Casey,
Yes, Dana?
are we live?
We are live.
Yes. Hi, everybody.
It's been a while since she had the opportunity to TikTok Shives me, but you were
Just
able
right
to
here.
do that. Yep.
I didn't put it in the chat. It was right here.
No, yeah, it was a personal one. It was a personal one.
Yeah. Sorry you guys missed out, but just right there.
So how are you, Dana?
I'm tired.
Other than that, how are you?
Pretty
Let's
good.
just take you being tired as we'll just assume that's the case.
Yeah. Today went pretty well, but it was just like go. Keep track of like all the things. I think I told you about this earlier, where it's like we have this one thing that we're doing for today's work. However, there's something that we did on Monday that I'm going to use in what we're doing on Friday. So I also come back to it today because there were some people who weren't here on Monday and some people who were here on Monday who did it wrong. So I revisited it. I said, please check the feedback that I gave you so that we're ready for Friday. But then also the main thing that we're doing today, we started on last week and then I gave them feedback on it. And also last week I came back to it for the people who weren't here the day that we did it last week so that they could come back to the graphic organizer that I gave them last week so that then they would have what they needed to do the rough draft or the typed draft this week.
Sounds like a lot. Just when you describe it that way, it sounds like a lot. And then you have to actually do it. Yeah.
And that's not counting the student I had who was out for 10 days. Who came back and is like, what are we doing? I'm like, we are in the middle of a book. So I was like, all right, here's what we're doing. Yesterday I was like, oh, you're back. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Da, 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 da. Here's, I want you to do this, 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 and this, and then we're gonna get you caught up with the book. And so I made sure, so I've got planning first block. So during my planning period, I looked up his schedule, went and found out where he was at the beginning of the day, and I was like, okay, so here's what we're gonna do. You're not going to do what we're going to do today. You're going to get started on the book and be working through that while we're doing this other thing that you weren't here for last week or Monday or, yesterday. You're going to work on that. Actually, he was here yesterday. But then we get to class. Guess he's not here. Because he said, he's like, I'm sorry, I didn't get to, I called him out in the hall. He's like, I'm sorry, Miss Cole, the stuff that you gave me to take home, I didn't get to work on. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Thanks for letting me know. Don't really care. Didn't say that, but I'm just like, in class, here's what I want you to work on. Not the thing that we're doing, the thing that you need to get caught up on. I want you to be able to finish the book with us. And then he wasn't feeling well. And I'm like, oh gosh. So, and nobody had said anything to me. So I emailed the assistant principal who's in charge of that grade level's discipline and the attendance coordinator in the front office. And I was like, did so-and-so check out? Because they're not in class today. I'm like, God, please do not let this child be skipping class because then they're going to be gone again. I don't need this. But they emailed back and said, no, he wasn't feeling well. Somebody came and signed him out. It's like, well, I hope he's feeling better tomorrow because he needs to be here.
Yeah. And by the way, we are watching Poirot this week. We're watching we're starting a new Poirot. It's Dumb Witness. We're watching the first half of Dumb Witness. So if you have not done so already, get the episode ready on your end. And if you need to download a copy of it to watch along with us, there is a link in the description of this live stream where you can download a copy from the Internet Archive. And whenever you've got it ready, just have it open and ready to play and, positioned at 000. And then when it's time to start watching the episode after we get through with our pre-show babbling, Dana will tell you exactly how it works for those of you who have not joined us for this before. Yeah, Dana will tell you what's up because she really has an authority complex and she likes to be in charge and boss people around, even though she says she's an anarchist and doesn't believe in hierarchies of authority.
But that's just it. I don't like to boss people around because of a hierarchy or anything. I just like telling people what to do. I mean, we're still on equal footing. I'm just telling you what to do. It's just, this is what you, it's earned authority. This is what you should do. This is the best course of action to do what I say.
And look, I have no, I am not an anarchist, so I have no, I don't necessarily.
You have no ideological problem with it.
I have no ideological objection. I have a case by case. I take it case by case, right? But yeah, in the chat, 255 AD mentioned something about my Star Trek video that went up earlier today, which is about the last episode of Star Trek Enterprise and whether or not it quote unquote actually happened within the fictional world of Star Trek. And 255 AD said, to be fair to fans, I feel like the difference between Trip's death and the others you mentioned is they were treated with appropriate weight. Trip's death felt like an afterthought. And you don't think it was appropriate to treat Trip's death as an afterthought? That was an appropriate weight. I see what you mean. It is like, it was like I sort of allude to it in the video. It's a final episode trope. It's killing off a main character because it's the final episode, and it'll make things feel more, it'll make things feel like they have more gravity and more finality, and so yeah, that kind of thing. Oh, Caitlin is correcting me. No, Steve, anarchists object to unjust hierarchies. When there's consensual hierarchies, which people can leave at any time, anarchists are the bossiest bunch right now. I have no problem believing that at all. I guess this is a hierarchy that I have entered into consensually with Dana. So, I mean, because I mean, that's one thing about being Dana's friend, being close to Dana, having Dana in your life. Get used to doing what Dana wants to do. Like, just get used to it.
255 AD agrees. Me being in charge is totally justified.
Me being in charge.
So yeah, and and then I'll talk about, so last night at rehearsal, we were off book for the first night, and I only had to call line like 3 times for the whole act. So I'm really happy.
Act. That's great.
And did I tell you about the song? I think I did.
Yes. But would you like to share with the group?
What was the line? So,
something about, you forgot the lyric. You forgot a song lyric.
Yeah. So the character I'm playing, she teaches the kids a song. And the first one, I was like, oh God, I don't know the song. So the second one is Billy Boy, and I know that one, and I learned the other verses for the show. So yay me. And the first one is not the very merry month of May. That's what it is. The merry merry month of May. What was that? And I was like, I do not know this song. I have to work on this one. I'm so sorry. And so I fumbled my way through the first verses. They're feeding me lines. And then what's the second verse? It was, we built a house of rock and stone. Our joyous voices ring, or something like that. And then I was like, they gave me like the first couple words. I was like, okay, I got this verse. We built the house of rock and stone. Our voices something ring. And then I was like, crap, I don't know the other 2 lines. I was like, we did a bunch of other stuff, and we listened to the birdies sing. And everybody lost it because I just pulled that out of my butt. And then I'm going back to the chorus, y'all.
Let's go.
It was a lot of fun. I'm like, okay, so note to self, if I can't remember it, just be like, okay, this is a song about doing fun stuff in the merry merry month of May. So like I can just because the verse, like the kids sing the chorus with me, so like we kind of all have to sing the same thing, but like I can just spitball the verses. It's only got 2 verses though, so I'm sure in I think we got 3 more weeks of rehearsals, it'll be okay. But
you'll have
my goodness.
Caitlin says regarding the Enterprise finale, one of the biggest things that bugs me is just how many people took it to mean the entire series was a Riker holodeck adventure, even though dialogue indicates it's just this one. Like, I can understand how it happens from a general base of vibes. I guess it's the ones who then proceed to get really upset about that revelation. Like, if you care so much, surely you would re-examine the text to double check. Yeah, it's obvious that the episode is not telling us that the entire Enterprise series has been Riker watching it on the holodeck. It's just that episode. But lots of people get, I mean, it happens more often than it should when people either don't understand something, or even more so, like they don't understand something and then they get mad about it. And it's just because they weren't paying attention to what they were watching. It's like, if you had been paying attention, you would know that what you're saying is not what was on the show. You know, and sometimes it doesn't result in people
Welcome to
getting
my world.
sometimes it doesn't even result in people getting mad. They just jump to a wrong conclusion. Like a lot of people who saw the new Superman movie, I don't want to spoil anything too much, but there's a scene near the end of the Superman movie when Superman and Lois have gone into a building, just the two of them, so that Lois can interview him, but actually so they can make out a little bit.
Woohoo!
And then after their like romantic scene, we cut to the outside where Perry White and Jimmy Olsen are standing, and they have both, they both watched Clark or Superman and Lois go into the building together. And Perry turns to Jimmy and says, "How long have they been going out?" And Jimmy says, "I think about 3 months." And a lot of people took that to mean that Perry and the Daily Planet crew know that Clark is Superman. And that is not what that scene says at all. It just says that they know that Lois and Superman are going out.
Mm-hmm.
Not that Clark Kent is really Superman, but a lot of people jump to that conclusion because they weren't watching carefully, or because they just kind of assumed that that's what it meant. And it's like, no, she's going out with Superman.
Yeah.
They don't know that Clark is Superman.
It's not clarified that they know that Clark is Superman. But if they were trying to keep that under wraps and they were unsuccessful at keeping that under wraps, I think you can also extrapolate that it's possible that they may have, some of either Jimmy or Perry might have figured it out and are also keeping that under wraps. Because it's not denied by the scene either.
But you're still making an assumption. You're going beyond what is being provided to you in the
I would say maybe not so much as an assumption. You can argue it from the text, drawing a conclusion, but it's not explicit. It's definitely not in the text.
Yeah. Yeah. 255 AD says, if you're writing for a show, I feel like you have to operate on the assumption that the characters' lives matter. I think that, well, as I said in the video, one of the most important and basic tropes to have in a final episode of a series is to have the characters from the series in the episode. Like, I feel like that's pretty important, and technically the Enterprise finale violates that rule. So I feel like, 255 AD also says, do you think those people will calm down when the new Archer show happens and someone doesn't break into their homes and burn the novels they like? If the new Archer show happens, it's to my knowledge, it hasn't been picked up. But I mean, I said the same thing to people who were upset at the fucking J.J. Abrams movie. When people were, so there was a certain kind of Star Trek nerd that fucking lost their mind over the time travel thing and the alternate reality gimmick of that movie. And they were like, oh my God, they just erased all the Star Trek that we've been watching for the last 50 years. They just erased it. And I was like, did they steal your DVDs? Like, did they wipe all your DVDs that you have of all the old shows? Are they no longer showing those shows in reruns or on cable, or are they no longer available on streaming? Those exact shows completely unaltered? Like, what are you upset about? And never mind that that's not even what they were saying in that movie. But even if it was, who gives a shit?
Apparently them.
I know, but it's sad. It's annoying.
See, that's interesting, because you're like, it's annoying. I'm like, well, you could just as easily argue about their opinion. Well, apparently you.
You mean, what do you mean? Like, they would say I'm annoying?
No, you like, who cares about their opinion? Well, apparently you do, because you find it annoying.
Okay. You know what it is? Do you know what it is? It's not that.
I guess you're going to tell me, aren't you?
I don't care. That was a rhetorical question. I wasn't really asking you.
You weren't.
It's not that I care about their opinions. I resent the fact that they take up so much oxygen in like conversations about whatever it is, Star Trek, Star Wars, superheroes, whatever. And that in far too many cases, and even one case would be too many cases, like the actual creators and companies that control these various stories defer to those fans or try to service those fans or try to make those fans happy, when those are the fans that should be just completely ignored like in every case.
Mr. I Love the Ants, I wasn't sure about that because I mean they say something like that in the movie, but it's just said because it's never actually demonstrated. We don't know if somebody's just like making that up. The magic glasses
and consider who says it.
Exactly.
The dumbest character in the movie.
Thank you.
Yeah. But also, it's kind of a funny idea.
Yes.
And,
also that.
And the world of the movie is goofy and Silver Age enough that if Clark does have like hypno glasses, it makes perfect sense in that world. So it could be true, or it could be that, Guy Gardner is just a doofus and Clark told him that and he believed it, 255 do they actually call it the Apocrypha? I mean, well, I guess it makes sense. It's an analogy. So it's like if the official stuff is the canon, then at least they call it the Apocrypha and not the Deuterocanon. That's even more.
I love it.
Smarty pants.
I want that. I love that.
What you want?
Oh, God.
The Deuterocanonical Star Trek novels.
No, because there are some Star Trek fans that call them the Deuterocanonic novels, and there are others who call them the Apocrypha. Because, some, you have that split.
There's a schism.
There's a schism in the Star Trek fan base.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. I love it. I love it so much.
Yeah.
That just feels good. That that division.
Yeah, and Philip says time travel always works how the writers of the particular story say it works, which means in Star Trek's case it works in several contradictory ways. And it may be the most recent sort of learning experience for me as far as this kind of thing was that. Because like 2009, when the first rebooted Star Trek movie came out, I did have like this little sort of tickle in my brain, because the way time travel works in that movie is not the way it's ever worked in any Star Trek thing ever before. Like and all the other times that they've done time travel in Star Trek, it's always been you go back to the past of your own timeline. And then if you change things in the past, it changes things in your future. Like you go back to your future and things are different because you mucked around in the past. And in the 2009 Star Trek movie, that doesn't happen. If you go back to the past and you change the past, then it kind of breaks everything off into its own separate reality. And your old reality is still there, just kind of in an alternate universe. And Star Trek had never done that before. And when I first saw it, I was like, I kind of scratched my head and I was like, but that doesn't fit. And then I realized, it doesn't matter. It's all made up. It works however they say it works in the thing you're watching. And it's like, and once you have that insight, once you accept that you just watch the story or read the story that is in front of you and whatever rules it is proposing,
you just obediently accept what they tell you.
Yeah. And then you decide, yes,
sheeple.
you do. And then you decide whether it's any good. See, that's where the personal element comes in. Like you accept the terms of the story and then you read it or watch it or whatever. And then you decide whether it works for you or not. And maybe it doesn't. Maybe you think it's the shits. That's fine. That's happened to me a lot. I'm like, that was terrible. It
hasn't happened to me as much, probably because I'm pickier about what I watch.
Yes. And you are a lot quicker to just kind of chuck
Nope.
stuff. Like if you're
Moving
not
on.
liking it, you're just like, nah, not watching the rest of this. And I'm more of a,
Life is too short. Rule number
yeah,
1, memento mori. I got other stuff to
indeed.
read. I got other stuff to watch. I do not have, life is too short to spend watching stuff I don't like.
I think it may have happened since then, but the last time that I can remember, like watching something, like starting it and not watching it all the way through and finishing it, was when I fast forwarded through a bunch of the episodes of the Boba Fett TV show, because it was just so boring and so pointless. And I was just like, okay, let me jump ahead 15 minutes and see if there's anything happening yet. Nope. Okay.
Flip.
So there were
Skip
a
to the
few episodes.
end.
There were a few episodes of that where I think I watched maybe like a total of 10 minutes because I was just like, oh God, come on. What is
It's
the
like
fucking
watching on
point of any of this?
1.75 speed. They talk real fast, but it's okay. You get the subtitles on. I can read really fast. I can read faster than they talk. Just zip right through that. Yeah, exactly, Snake Big Cat. There are so many other shows. Not only are there other shows, I've got laundry to do. We've got dishes. Y'all cannot see. The camera is pointed at stuff that looks okay. You cannot see the floor in this room. I have so much to do, okay? I'm not gonna spend, especially like I have so much to do that I don't want to do with like my job. I'm not gonna spend my free time doing stuff that I don't want to do.
Yeah.
Other than exercise.
but that's for a benefit.
That's for a benefit, even if I don't like it.
You grudgingly acknowledged benefit.
Yeah. This is what the science says.
David, I have not been watching Alien Earth, although I've heard really good things about it.
Hey, speaking of which,
yes,
did you put Alien on the list? Probably should.
It may be. If not, I'll check after the show is over and I'll put it on the list if it's not. But yes, you should definitely see Alien. Yes.
Yeah, because here's the thing, I'll forget again. I just remembered, but I forgot.
Remember the next movie we're watching together, like just the two of us. You guys aren't invited, just the two of us. Is the Sarah Plain-Tall movie?
Okay, right. Ooh, have you picked which one?
Well, the first.
You said there were 3.
Well, there's 3, but I will do the first one because that's the one that you're in the play based on the first book. So we're going to do the first one.
So okay, so they're all put out by like the same company and they're sequential.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I did not realize. I thought there were 3 different versions of the.
Oh no! Oh God, no! It's not that popular of a book. They didn't reboot it like twice. No, it's 3. It's they all have Christopher Walken and Glenn Close in them.
Oh my God.
And yeah. So, but we'll watch the first one.
Yeah. Sounds great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, shall we start watching Poirot? What do you think?
Hey everybody, let's watch some Poirot. So hopefully you have had the opportunity to look down on the description where there's a link if you would like, or to pull out your DVD case and slip that sucker in there. We are watching something Dumb Witness, not Dead Witness. My brain was insisting it was Dead Witness. I'm like, no, shut up brain, that's not right. Dumb Witness, which is, if we're looking on numbers, what are we looking on?
Series 6, episode 4.
Yeah, what he said. So anyway, once you've got that queued up, take it to where it's all zeroed out. 0, 0, 0, maybe 0.
All zeros.
And then get your remote or your mouse or your cursor and hover it over the little play icon. Oh, I'm at 0, 1. I'm at 0, 1.
I don't know. It sounds like a you problem.
Back. Shut up. There we go.
Wow.
Okay, I'm at 0. I was talking to the thing. I needed it to stop.
Okay.
So, and then, so hover over the play. Now I'm at 0, 0, 0, 0. So hover the play button, and Steve's going to count us in. He's going to say 3, 2, 1, play. And then we all click play at the same time. And if you should happen to get desynchronized, you can synchronize by looking at this thing little up here and that time, and then just whoop to where we're at. And then we will all probably talk over the plot and chat in the chat.
Yes. That's right. That's right.
Zilly, are you sticking around for this? Yes.
Yay! I hope you enjoy Poirot, Azalea. Toot 5AD says, just checking on this, they published some Star Trek history books in the 80s, and in 2002, they had to officially declare they were now considered apocrypha when Enterprise came out. Yep, because books don't count if the shows change it. That's the way it works. That's the way it's always worked. Nerds fucking complained about it when they did it with Star Wars, when Disney bought the license or the company, and they said we're going to do new movies. And guess what? We're not going to read all the fucking nerd expanded universe novels to make sure everything jibes with that. We're going to do our own shit because that's what we do. That's what everybody's always done.
Would you prefer them not to make more Star Wars stuff? Is that what you really want?
Because I wanted him to make a movie of the Truce of Bakura,
or whatever the fuck some nerd's favorite.
I wanted him to do a movie of Dark Empire.
Shut the fuck up, nerd.
I Jedi.
What?
X-Wing Rogue Squadron. Come on, it's right there.
Okay.
Might be a
nerd. Here we go. As Dana said, 3, 2, 1, play, and everybody hit play when I say play. And by the way, since this is like a feature-length one, we're only going to watch the first half. So when we get to about 54 minutes or so, I'll let you know when to stop. And that's where we'll stop for this week, and we'll pick it up next time. So, okay. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, play.
There was planning, Mr. I Love the Ants. It's just plans change. Sometimes repeatedly.
Mr. I Love the Ants, I think that doesn't matter at all. I know a lot of people say that. Like, they should have planned them all out. And I think that doesn't make any difference. You can make it up as you go along and still have it be good.
Oh,
That's not that is not the problem. They could have planned out 3 shitty movies. Oh, Caitlin, yes.
They should have done a Thrawn movie.
Shut up, nerd. Mm-hmm. You got your live action Thrawn in that fucking terrible Ahsoka series. Poirot, the murder magnet. Not quite as bad as Jessica Fletcher, but yes, he is definitely a murder magnet.
There was an episode that I watched recently where it was a character who might have been like from several seasons ago, and but she'd come back to her hometown after like decades, and a long time ago she'd been accused of murdering her husband, but had been found not guilty, or they dropped the charges or something. But people in the town are still side-eyeing her. And then people start dying, and they're all, there's arsenic poisoning. And so they're calling, she said, they call me the Typhoid Mary of Murder. And Jessica says, oh, they can't do that. That's my title.
That's great.
I love it so much.
You stealing my gimmick?
Cara, there's no dialogue yet, so you're okay. It's just like
some
quiet music and the credits. Man, my brain just sometimes is like, nope, not doing that.
Look at the doggy.
Oh, is it the doggy? Is it the doggy?
I think the doggy's the killer. I hope the doggy's the killer.
Puppy! Philip, Padme Amidala deserves better. That's my overall quibble with the entire sequel trilogy. He's a very fluffy puppy. He's got pants. He's got puppy pants. Look at that. Caitlin's, dropping those breadcrumbs. Puppy butt. Puppy, look at that fluffy butt. What's she doing? Hey. Bob.
Bob.
I always thought that Bob was your uncle.
No, Bob's your dog, apparently.
Look at him. 1 year up, 1 year down. Ah. Caitlin. Nothing at all.
Poirot's going to kill this guy. Exactly.
It's like I showed you that the video that I showed to my class for American Born Chinese, right? Where are you from?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Where are you
Yes.
from? Yeah. Yeah.
Beware, Jack the Ripper! Mind the gap! What ho?
David Beckham, fish and chips. I thought of
Bend it like the guy who can bend it like himself.
Whenever Will Ospreay does a springboard flying forearm, he goes, "Pip, pip, motherfucker!" Or at least he used to. I don't think he does it on American television, but when he was in Japan, he would always do it.
Stop the dog! What a good boy!
Finally, the main character.
Uh-oh. Poirot's not going to be happy. There's children!
Oh no! Oh, Hastings, do not let them touch Poirot.
An unfortunate animal that is attempting to eat its own tail. Oh oh God, it's so bad. And the arm's just like,
Yeah.
its leg is like flop, flop.
In case you forgot that it was an animal carcass draped around her neck.
God.
Give me the drugs. Where's the skag?
David C. Drake, exactly. Look at this.
Everybody get a good shot of these liver pills.
So are those pills to help her liver, or are those pills that are made of liver?
Good question. Gold's Pizza. Good luck and all that. I'll see you, Snake Big Cat. Thanks for dropping by.
As opposed to all the happy murders, Azalea.
The Spooky Sisters.
Woo, look at that, 40 knots.
Oh, that's not good. David C. Drake, that's good. Oh, who put milkshake in the fuel line?
They were trying to bring all the boys to the yard.
Hey, what a thing to happen. Well, that's that then. At least it didn't last like a fucking hour and a half like that fucking pod racing scene does in that movie. Like how much longer do they expect us to watch this?
Also, we have, cuter animals.
Yes.
That puppy has so much better than Jar Jar Binks. Onions into Poirot.
The dog immediately starts jumping on him again. Little.
This is my ball. I like it. I'm so smart.
What make of dog? I love that phrasing. Does everybody hear me?
Over your dead body.
We're having such a lovely evening. I'm so glad you could join us.
She's interrupting dinner.
Did you have to sign her out of the home for this? Well, that was fun. Thanks, Grandma. I like that act a lot better when John Edward did it. Poirot, could you read me a story, old chap? I can't sleep.
Kara, I love that. A pudding slipped off a tray
Pudding
years
slipped
ago.
off a tray. Azalea, that's funny. This escape room sucks.
But there's a puppy.
He's like, he's the dumb witness. It's like that
If
episode of
people
Golden
talking
Girls
about
where
evil forces, they're planning evil deeds, y'all.
it's like that episode of the Golden Girls where Dorothy pretends to be God to get Rose to go to sleep.
Yes. So good.
Rose, thanks for the lovely prayer. Now shut up and get into bed.
Oh, oh God. Oh, Hastings. Oh my goodness gracious. Dun dun dun.
Ah, she slipped and fell on my tennis ball just as I planned.
Oh, now the dog barks.
Oh no, the dog's killed her. Man, why do people ever gather in large numbers in old English houses? This happens all the time. Nice going, Bob. Nice going, Bob.
Look at those ears, though. Come on.
The dog will have to hang for this, Hastings. Murder pup? Boy, I'm such a good boy.
Other things? Excuse me.
I moved to a one-story house. Homeopathy. Hmm.
Dun dun dun.
How interesting.
Mm-hmm. Mm. I figured she was gonna be dead.
Yeah.
I was like, she doesn't want to, she's like, not right now. I'll talk to you at tea time. Girl, you're gonna be dead. Oh, cold. Excuse you.
It's okay to be different if you're famous.
Then you're just eccentric. It also helps if you're rich.
Morning, Aunt.
I like her dress.
Huh?
Mm.
I have to go meet with European Billy Zane.
It's cold. Well, that's because you are ancient, darling. You're so bloody old. do such a thing. I do love the music. They killed him! Never mind. Oh, she's probably dying.
Well, pardon me. Aunt Emily, are you on the sauce? He calls it Preparation H. No. Uh-oh. Yes, fresh air always helps when you're dying. Hi, Debbie. The dog is killing her with telekinesis.
Hi, Debbie. Die.
She's being murdered by the Wicked Witch! Somebody stop this! The dog's like, you guys gotta see this! It was some really spooky shit!
The spooky sisters are like, yay, this is our moment.
Well, she's not gonna get any worse. Who knew? Bob don't care.
Bob's like, who gonna feed me?
Yeah, well,
Who
whatever.
gonna give me num-nums?
I'll be honest with you, one human's the same as the next one to me.
Not true. Some of them feed me more.
I don't form strong attachments. It's really food-based.
I form strong attachments to food.
To food, yeah. Azalea, I know, right? Shocking.
Who would have thunk?
The local police are ineffectual in solving the crime? Well, I never.
What? How very dare.
Now, couldn't he have dug the grave a bit closer?
Oopsie.
Caitlin, my grandfather died from kidney. My grandfather died from kidney failure, and his spirit came out through his nose. So.
Oh, just like the Egyptians. They have some help, though.
Sure, yeah. Nobody reached him with a hook and stirred it up and pulled it out, but yeah. So bored. Azalea, yeah, kinda, yeah. The green lighting and the fog, yeah.
Caitlin, that's nothing. I've been to funerals where people was wearing jeans. I'm just like, okay. Although I will say I'm far less concerned about that than how they act.
If you don't want me to wear jeans to the funeral, don't invite me. What? I mean, she did tell y'all. No, you'll forget about it, Poirot.
You'll get over it.
You'll get over it. You barely knew this woman.
Kara, they are the dumb witnesses. See, it wasn't a hook. It was an eye. Rien, je vous en prie.
Welcome to the Gong
Hey
Show.
now, you can all get out. If. Oh, that little word.
If.
I am Poirot, and therefore I am correct.
Hastings, if she was not murdered, this whole thing is pointless. Someone is always murdered, don't you see?
This is the way that it works. When I am around and someone dies, it's murder. Comment?
Can you be a little more specific? Well, why didn't you say Bob was here? I would have come right away. I love that Poirot like hates people who cough at the wrong time, but with Bob the dog, he just seems to really love him. It's just like,
well, Bob is. You can tell Bob's well trained. When Poirot tells him to sit, he does. He does what Poirot says.
H.B. Hager, Monsieur Bob is sadly not a member.
He's not a member, and he's not famous either.
Magnum TA? Oh, I'm going to keep the money.
I just don't want to die. I want to spend it.
The episode is called The Dumb Witness, not The Dumb Me. I'm keeping the money.
Thank you. Well, clearly it's become the routine of Poirot.
The routine of Bob is not the routine of Poirot. I think that's what they meant, Azalea. Yeah. What a great response. It
I
seems
am
the
not paid enough
telephone
to cast, sir.
seems the disconnected telephone line fell over her grave. That's how she's able to speak with you, sir. Click. Just take a message.
Oh, gravy.
Hastings like, I'll take some booze.
And Poirot's like, no, you might have poisoned her, so no thank you.
Can I invite my friend Houdini?
No, no, no. Yeah, Hastings, let's see you do that.
Hastings is the snob for once, and it's over a dog. Liver pills. Cleverly hidden in the medicine cabinet.
Well, Caitlin, I mean, sometimes you lose it.
Caitlin, I think there's one more scene after this that we'll watch, and then I'm gonna stop it there. They go to see the guy at the boathouse, and then we'll stop after that.
Oh yeah, all the sort of blonde people with, especially in these, the blonde people with bobs. It's like the cousins all look alike, and sisters and stuff, and society folks, and
Okay, we'll pause right there.
dun dun dun.
Because I think the next scene is when the seance starts, so that seems like a
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll pick it up from there. We'll pick it up at 54:17 next time. And of course, I'll remind you.
Thanks. Probably multiple
Not just you, but everybody.
I will 100% forget. I'm like, oh, we're halfway someplace. All right.
I like the dog.
The dog is very cute.
He's a good dog. I hope he is the murderer. I love it when dogs murder people.
Of course you do.
So do you feel like playing Wordmaster, or do you just want to wrap it up?
Call it in. Yep.
Call it in.
Yeah, we do need to let people know that a couple of weeks from now, when we get into right before the show, Tech Week, I have rehearsal every night.
Yes.
So, because we were with next week being Labor Day, I forgot that they had planned to have a rehearsal on Wednesday, but then they forgot to let the space know, the booking area know, and then somebody else was using it. So I'm not having a rehearsal next Wednesday. Woohoo! So
we're on for next week, but
no, it's like September 19th is a show, so I guess it's 17th will be, I think, the Wednesday that I miss. Let me get my calendar.
Oh, okay. So it's okay.
Yeah, the 17th is a Wednesday, so that's I think that's
so
the Wednesday.
3 weeks from now.
Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We're going. I'm mostly off book, and we've used some of the props. I am worried about the costumes, mostly the changes. I hope I don't have to do a lot of costume changes real fast.
I was watching and on YouTube somebody uploaded a Ricky Jay magic special from like 1990, 1991, something like that. And it was a bunch of different sort of magic and variety acts. And one of them was a quick change artist, and he did a scene from Oliver Twist with 5 different characters, and he played every character. And he did quick change. He did quick costume changes, like in between, where like one character would walk off stage, and then literally like a second later, he would come back on stage in a completely different costume as a different character. It was really cool. So, you should find like a quick change artist willing to share with you the secrets of being a quick change artist, and then you can just do that. You've got 3 weeks, so I would get on it right away, because you'll probably have to practice, the quick change techniques in addition to learning your lines and the blocking and everything. So
go to hell.
Wow. Kira, yes, this weekend is it's the last, not only the last Sunday of the month, but the last day of the month. So yes, it'll be this weekend.
Woo! So yeah. Also, don't forget, this is Steve's job, so pay him. You can click the button down here that says join, or you can go to patreon.com/Steve Shives, and you can support his channel. Yay!
Thank you.
You're so welcome. Also, don't forget that in the description, there are links to organizations that we believe in. If you have the opportunity to provide some financial support, giving is good. And likewise, charitylinks.page, also linked down in the description, which is a list of some of our friends and associates who could use some financial support, and their GoFundMes, Ko-Fis, etc. So again, if you have the opportunity and the wherewithal to do so, helping people is good. 2 thumbs.
It sure is.
And yeah, and then also, if you click that little button or go to patreon.com/Steve Shives and you sign up, do you like send them an email, say, hey, by the way, you missed Monday's email that said here's the link to the ask form?
No,
but
they can see it's on my Patreon.
It's on the okay
or the YouTube, the community page on my channel. Okay. You can they don't get a notification about it.
You don't get a special notification, but go and look for that, and then send in a question. We're still up to 1,000 characters, right?
Yes, it's still 1,000 characters until number 200 is when it switches over to 500.
So, characters. And then this Friday, 6 p.m., Steve will read your question live on the live stream. Ask away. Number, what are we at now?
The next one is 197, I believe.
Woo-woo. And then next week, come on back here and find out who done it.
That's right. Find out, or maybe the dog will kill more people. Also, 196. I'm sorry. 196 is this upcoming Ask Away. Not that it makes any difference, but since you asked.
Well, but I mean, you know, keeping track of those so that they know when 200 is, and then they only get 500 characters.
Well, I mean, they'll find out when they try to submit a question and they run out of space after 500 characters.
It'll tell them you only get 500 this time.
It'll say you're going to have to cut this down, buddy. You only get 500 characters.
Brevity is the soul of wit,
y'all. It is.
So yeah. So join us join Steve. I'll probably be in the chat, just chilling and maybe mocking a little bit here and there. Shh, don't tell Steve I said that.
What?
And then next week, of course, come back, join us at 6 p.m. on Wednesday for the rest of this Poirot. And then the Wednesday after that, we're back to Deep Space Nine.
We sure are. All right. Congratulations on the new mattress, Caitlin. All right. We'll see you next week, everybody. Have a good night.
Bye.
Have a good rest of your week. I'll see you on Friday. Bye-bye.